Hello and welcome today for the Premierliga here for Matchday 6 action here today, broadcasting all of the 10 matches, and these are the matches we are featuring today. We'll start first in the Los Andreas derby, as it will be Los Andreas Pompey taking on Los Andreas Soccer Club. And the second matchup is going to be between two teams, and that is Waernord playing at home against the Georgetown Red Devils. And also the game highlights for all the other matches also in the Premierliga here for Matchday 6. And now, let's get straight into the action right here, right now. Starting first is the Los Andreas derby, as is Los Andreas Pompey versus Los Andreas Soccer Club. And also Nuno Espirito Santo is in a lot of pressure at the moment, because he could be on the verge of getting the sack as manager for the club if they don't get a result here today. But let's get to the action anyways between Pompey and Los Andreas. And we are here for the battle of the Los Andreas city, as we have two teams in the same city in this local firm derby, as it's Los Andreas Pompey taking on Los Andreas Soccer Club. And this matchup is a very big matchup of the season between the two teams. And we know that Los Andreas Pompey have not won a single game yet in the Premierliga ever since the season just begun a couple weeks back. They're looking for their first win today, because Nuno Espirito Santo, the manager of Los Andreas Pompey, is in a lot of pressure at the moment, as they are sitting in the relegation position at the moment in 19th place, and they have to get something here today if they can do that. But they are playing here today. They've got a strong team. They've got Hunter up front and Dyer up front and Kanu, and also Alan Scholes and Xhaka, and also they've got a very strong, stable team at the back with Sol Camp at the back for Pompey. For Los Andreas, they've got Alan Shearer and also Falcao and also Hulk and also Henry Anaccardi, who used to play for Los Andreas Pompey, and he's obviously jumped ship to their rivals Los Andreas, and he's also playing today for the Los Andreas team. And it's live, the Los Andreas derby, and it's live right now between the two teams in Westphalia. Now's a chance here for Xhaka. Chance here, maybe. Oh, header. Could have been a goal, it could have been. There's a goal kick. It's a nice cross there for Granit Xhaka. And then a header there. And it's gone wide for a goal kick as Alan Scholes headed it but went wide. And now Bray Hamilton of the ball here. Now lost it there to Xhaka, now to Alex Hunter. And now it's a chance here for Scholes. And now Granit Xhaka, now to Dyer. Now Hunter. Hunter! Oh, good defend at the back there from Los Andreas right there. Los Andreas Pompey have been very good so for the last 17 minutes of the game. They've been sharp, they've been all over Los Andreas, so that's something. But now here's the chance maybe here for Scholes. A goal! And they've got themselves in front. And Los Andreas Pompey, LAP, are in front in this matchup. The Blues are in the lead here against Los Andreas. And that's a big, big goal right there from Scholes right there. A beautiful strike from him. And the Ginger equalises against the other Ginger from the Los Andreas team, as it's now 1-0 to the strugglers, Los Andreas Pompey. And the pressure could be off for Nuno Espirito Santo, and if he fails to win here today, then he's more likely to lose his job. And to be in the lead right here, right now, that is massive. And that's a beautiful goal right there from Alan Scholes. He strikes it home, and now Los Andreas Pompey are in the lead here, as it's 1-0 in the Los Andreas derby here today in St Charles Park Stadium. And now let's get straight into play right now, as the goal was scored. Now is Zach Thomas. Now Henry Anaccardi. Now here's Paul Gascoigne. And now is Bray Hamilton. Oh, it's a chance for Hamilton there for Shearer. And they've got a goalkeeper saved it there. James Taylor, very nice for him. Now is Granit Xhaka, the captain. Lost the ball now back to Los Andreas. Now Hamilton. And now here's there's a chance for Xhaka. And now here's Henry Anaccardi. Now is Bray Hamilton. And now is Brenton. Henry Anaccardi. And now is Falcao. And now the keeper got it. James Taylor. Now gives it there to Taylor Neal. And now Paul Gascoigne. Now is Granit Xhaka. And now Xhaka there. Okay, lost the ball there. Now pass it back there to Falcao. Oh, now a big boot away there from Cal the Dragon there from Los Andreas. Now back to Pompey again here on the attack. There's a chance to make it 2-0 in the matchup. Now Scholes Cross into the box, and oh, the keeper's got it in his hands. And now throws it now to Hulk. And now Hulk, and then now to Bateman. Now is Hamilton. Now Eric Gordon. And now is Henry Cardew. And now is Taylor Neal. And now, no, lost the ball. And there's a chance here for Adekalu now. Could be a chance, but head away. Now Brenton. Now is okay, half time. The whistle's blown at the St Charles Park Stadium as it's Los Andreas Pompey 1, Los Andreas Soccer Club 0 at the break as Pompey are in the lead. And we are back here for the second half, and here we go. And we are back and running again. And now is Eric Gordon now. Pass the ball there to Bateman. Now Bateman right there now to Hulk. Now Hulk right now, the ball. Pass it there now to Bray Hamilton. Now Xhaka. Now is Callum Gibson. And now Sol Campbell. Big boot away there from Sol. And now it's going to be a throw-in right now. A throw-in has been given here for Los Andreas. Now is Hulk. Throws it now to Bray Hamilton. And now is Hulk. Now is Skull. Now Shearer. Chance here for a goal back. Oh, saved there from Taylor. Trying to get back in level terms. Now Matt Bateman. Sol Campbell. And now is Eric Gordon. And now Leon Dyer. And now shot. Oh, gone wide. Could be a goal kick, it's going to be in this match. Nice press and the tap there from Los Andreas. And crossed it in and shot, but went wide. Now is Cali Dragon. Pass it short there now to Gordon. Now is Hamilton. Now Bateman. Now pass it nicely there. Now, okay, lost the ball control here. Cardew. Now, here's the chance. Now it's Falcao. Now Los Andreas got a chance here for a goal. It's Hulk. Cross it in to Falcao. And a goal. And Los Andreas are in level terms. They're 1-1 now. And Los Andreas have got themselves back in level terms in the matchup. A very good goal right there. Good cross there from Hulk. And he crossed it in. And then a header right there. Beautifully set and done there from Rafael Falcao, the Colombian forward. And now Los Andreas, the away team in this rivalry, this derby matchup, they have scored. And that is a dramatic scenes here at the St Charles Park Stadium. That Falcao scored. And obviously Christian Pulisic is going to be coming on and replaced by Cardew, who's coming off for Los Andreas Pompey. And now there's a chance here now for Pompey to get back in front of the game maybe in this match. And now here's Scholes. And now shots. Wide. Could have been. It really could have been. Nice ball, I've got to say. Passed it very nicely, set and done. And then shot, but Alex Hunter, but gone wide. And it's now going to be a goal kick. Now, it's Falcao. Now Taylor Neal. Now Shearer. Now Falcao. Falcao! Oh! Hit the post. They could have gone in front. They could have gone in front of the matchup. 1v1. Made a mistake at the back, and then Falcao had the ball. 1v1, but it hit the post. And that could have been it. It could have been Los Andreas might have nicked the 3 points away from home. But Pompey could be lucky to get a point out of this match here today. They've been all over them. Los Andreas have been in the second half. First half, Pompey fair play, but second half they've been dreadful. And a point might be they want to hang on to. Might be not a good result though for Pompey, because that's only 2 points they've only got this season after if they get a point here today. That's a slow start to the season, that is still. Unless they can get a goal here. Chance here maybe. There's a Hunter. Shot saved, the Cali Dragon. It's game over, it looks like it is. And is it going to be? And it is over. In the 97th minute of the matchup, the whistle's blown for the end of the game. As it is Los Andreas Pompey 1. Los Andreas Soccer Club 1 in this derby matchup here today. And it was a massive draw it was there for Los Andreas Pompey and Los Andreas Soccer Club. It's a bit disappointing for Los Andreas Pompey because they're looking for a win under Nuno Espirito Santo in this new campaign of the Premierliga. And that's not very, very good for him, in fact. But it feels like a win more for Los Andreas, in fact, because they're the ones who got a goal and got something away from home to Pompey. And also they're high up in the league compared to Los Andreas Pompey as well. And they take a lot of that here today, despite the draw here today. And Pompey look like they're going to get rid of their manager, Nuno Espirito Santo. We have to find out soon if that's the case in a couple of days. But now let's get straight into the second matchup here today, here on the Premierliga for Matchday 6 package, as we have the big matchup, as two successful teams have won loads of league titles and domestic cups and European trophies throughout the years. As we have two Champions League winners, the only two Republic States Champions League winners throughout Champions League history of two Republican teams who only won it in this nation. And they're both playing each other here today in this big rivalry. It's between Weyenoord versus the Georgington Red Devils here today. But can the Red Devils come away from home today and get something here at the Wearfield Stadium if that's the case? And let's get to the matchup as it's Weyenoord and the Red Devils. And we have it. The big rivalry goes way back 30 years between these two teams, as it's Weyenoord playing against the Georgington Red Devils. It's a successful matchup, a real successful matchup it is between the two, as we know that Weyenoord and also the Red Devils are both big clubs in this division and also in the country, and they're both going at each other here today right now. It is a rivalry between the two. It goes way back when the Jimmy Hansbergs versus the Gary Hoppers and the Vlan Cloths and also the La Viga rivalry between two of those world-class managers back in the early 90s and the 2000s. And it all goes way back then as well. But the Weyenoord, however, have got a very good team with Lewandowski and Aguero, and also got Mkhitaryan and also Virgil van Dijk at the back. It's very sharp. For the Red Devils, nothing changes. We've got the King, Ronaldo playing today, Wayne Rooney and Usain Bolt, and also have Alexis Sanchez and Kai Havertz also be playing as well, and Koulibaly at the back, and Upamecano, a real unit at the back, as those two defenders are unstoppable in the Premierliga. And now here's Sanchez, and now it's Usain Bolt now. Usain Bolt's through. A goal for Usain Bolt! In the first 16 minutes of the game, the Jamaican equalises and puts the Red Devils, the team, have got the 100% record intact to keep it, hopefully, by the end of the matchup, another win for them. And they are the ones who have been bullying everybody so far in the Premierliga since the season began. Every single match they've played, they've actually won every single one of those matches. Like last season, the year before that, they've won the league title 2 consecutive seasons under Pochettino. And nothing's really changed in this new campaign, as the Red Devils have really run away with this title in the space of 6 games played of this new season. And Usain Bolt there puts the Red Devils in front to make it 1-0. And now here's Vieira, Mkhitaryan, Aguero. And that's a foul, that is. That is a foul, that is actually a foul. And Alexis Sanchez there is having words with the referee. And the referee is giving a yellow card to Kai Havertz. And Kai Havertz has been booked. And a yellow card there from the referee give to there for Mkhitaryan. And that was a challenge right there, I've got to say. Oh, he just bit a bit pity right there. Mkhitaryan, he really put it on a little bit, I think. But okay, free kick for the Weyenoord right now in this match. It was a bit of a sloppy foul that was for Mkhitaryan. I've got to say, he fell on the floor very easily. But referee give a free kick anyways. But anyway, now is Upamecano. And now is Wayne Rooney. Now Rooney. Now is Sanchez. Nice little ping right there from Alexis Sanchez right now. And now Vidic wins the ball back. And now here's Aguero. And that's going to be a free kick, as it's now offside. And the flagsman put for offside. His flag was up and it's offside in the match. So it's a free kick. Now Koulibaly will take the free kick. Now big boot into the box. The chance maybe. Right, now it's nice. Now Iniesta. Now Rooney. Now Rooney! Oh, that's a chance there for Wayne Rooney, but saved there for Neuer. And it looks like that was actually a think it was actually, well, it was a save, wasn't it? Or was it went wide? Oh, it went wide. It's a corner. Yeah, I didn't know if it was actually, if he catched it, was it a free kick or not? But it's a corner kick instead there for the Red Devils to try and make it 2-0 before half time. And now here's Roberto Carlos to take the corner here. Cross it into the box. Could be a second, and good defending away there for Waynord right there. Good challenge. And that's going to be half time. And the Red Devils are in the lead away from home, as Waynord are trailing at home by 1-0 against their rivals, the Red Devils, at the break. And now here's Upamecano. Now Wayne Rooney. Now Rooney now to Ronaldo. Ronaldo to Rooney. Now to Bolt. And that's offside. It's giving away a free kick. Yeah, it's a free kick for offside. And there you go. Very nicely set and done. And that's going to be... Now here's Ronaldo. Ronaldo. Cross into the box. Good defending. Now here's Modric. Okay, that's going to be now offside. That's going to be a free kick. It's going to be here. And it was going to be offside. It was there. The Red Devils were offside. A free kick for Waynord. Another substitute to be made here for Waynord here. Golstinha comes off and Wijnaldum comes on. Now here's Vieira. Silva. Shot! Oh, okay, very close. Very close. I got to say that was going to go in. But it's gone wide for a goal kick. And now, here's Wijnaldum. That's a challenge. There, that was from Wijnaldum right there to Roberto Carlos. Now Modric. Now big cross into the box. Now Guerrero. Now Rooney. Now Ronaldo. Okay, good defending. Now is Bernardo Silva. Now is Iniesta. And now Modric. Bernardo Silva. Now is Pjanic. Ronaldo. Ronaldo now. Now to Rooney. Now to Havertz. Could be a chance here. Could be a goal. A good defending there from Waynord. I've got to say, they kept it defensively nice. They've got to get a goal though, because we are trailing by 1-0. There's a chance for the Red Devils here. Ronaldo! Oh, that could have been Ronaldo to make it 2-0 to the Red Devils, I've got to say. They kept it tight at the back, they did Waynord. They want to try and get a goal because at the moment they're going to lose this matchup, and the Red Devils are going to take 3 points off of their arch rivals, Waynord, here today. And their 100% record in the Premierliga continues, it looks like. And that'll be job done there for Mauricio Pochettino to get a win over the line here right now. And I'll pass it short there now. Now Iniesta. Now Van Dijk. Now it's Vieira. And now is Bernardo Silva. Now Modric. And now passing it. When they try and get a goal, they want to try and get to make it 1-0. Aguero. A chance there for Bernardo Silva. But it's now the end of the match. And the referee blows the whistle when the ball is kicked out of play. And the Red Devils' 100% record continues and beats their arch rivals here today by 1-0. It's a very tough place to go to get the 3 points from Waynord, as it's a massive game for the lads, as we were absolutely brilliant today, and hopefully it continues in our next match to keep our 100% record alive. And going into our next match, we got to be more braver like we did today, and we did that. And I've got confidence on the lads that we can carry on this momentum, and we know that every game's tough for us. Even though we won the league 2 consecutive seasons, it's tough. And obviously, Waynord also gave us a tough game as well, and they could have gained back into the game, could have been the last minute of the match, but they missed the chance. And yes, we got the 3 points, and I'm so happy as a coach to get something today, and another win for us, and we'll move on to our next game. It was a big setback to our team to concede a goal in the early stage of the matchup, and we tried to get back into the game into the second half, and we tried to build to trying to get back and to make it 1-1, but the quality on the other team was brilliant for them, and it made it harder for us to try and get something out of it, or a draw, or something in the match, and we really tried, but it wasn't enough, and we, of course, we lost the game because of it, and we need now to move on to our next match, and we've got to be positive in that game. It was a huge win for the Red Devils, and we know it's massive, and it's big for them to get themselves the 3 points here today, to keep their 100% record alive in the Premierliga. And obviously, unfortunately for the winner team, they lost another game at home as well, especially when they lost to the Chesapeake Blue Tigers, of course, a couple of weeks back at home. They lost another game at home, again, against the Red Devils, and now they look like they're in a bad way at the moment. But it's the start of the season, it's early days of the season, you can't get ahead of yourself just yet. But now let's get to the game highlights for all the other 8 matches across the Premierliga here for Matchday 6. And the Addis Gunners had a chance to press against the #United's defence, as it was actually Mesut Ozil crossed the ball into the box, and then Aubameyang headed the ball into the back of the net to make it 1-0 to Addis here at the Gunner Park Stadium. Then obviously in the 20th minute of the matchup here, Emerick Aubameyang was actually in the counter-attack here for Addis, and gave the ball there to Luis Suarez, and then to Aubameyang, and strikes it, but saved by Ben Foster. And give a big shout out and subscribe to his YouTube channel, Cycling GK. And then it was actually Addis Gunners made it 2-0 in the 30th minute of the matchup, as Mesut Ozil gave the ball to Suarez and then strikes it from outside of the penalty box to make it 2-0 to extend their lead here at the Gunner Park Stadium. And that was a beautiful goal, and Ben Foster couldn't save that one for going into the back of the net. And Addis Gunners trying to extend their lead, as it was actually Paul Nash had the ball, and then obviously Mesut Ozil got the ball, and all he had to do is give the ball to Aubameyang and strikes it, and then saved by Ben Foster. Addis Gunners got a cross into the box, and Angel Di Maria with the head right there, but went wide for a goal kick. But the match ended here at the Gunner Park Stadium. It was Addis Gunners 2, #United 0 at the Gunner Park Stadium here today. And it was actually Tomito, a high press in the Grasshoppers' defence, and Ian Robin crossed it into the box, and Isaac had a shot that went wide for a goal kick. But then again, Tomito tried to get a goal in the matchup, as Isaac had a shot, also went wide again in the match. And then it was RB Tomito got themselves in the lead finally in the second half, as Ian Robin scored to put themselves in front here at the Red Bull Arena, as it was Ian Robin equalised to make Tomito lead by 1-0. The game ended between Tomito and Grasshoppers, as it was only a goal by Ian Robin to put themselves to get 3 points in the matchup, as it ended 1-0 to Tomito. Then it was actually Parantos got themselves in the lead in the early stage of the matchup from Erling Haaland, who puts Parantos in the lead against Georgetown City, and that was a quick start for them. But it wasn't long for Parantos to score another goal in the 6th minute of the match, and again as Haaland assisted Robert Cliff and tapped into the back of the net to make it 2-0 in the matchup from Robert Cliff in the 7th minute of the matchup. And what an early start to the game, 1-0 and also 2-0, and that was beautifully set and done there for Robert Cliff. Then it was actually Parantos trying to make it 3-0 in the matchup. Erling Haaland had a shot, but blocked off by the defender Damien Smallford to keep that one out. And Parantos are really tormenting the Georgetown City's defence and pressing them throughout the early stage of the matchup. And that could have been free, but blocked off by a defending clearance. But the match ended here today at the Allianz Stadium, as it was Parantos won the matchup by 2-0, all thanks from Haaland and Robert Cliff to score 2 early goals before the 10th minute of the matchup, as the game ended by 2-0 against Georgetown City. And Inter Taloga trying to make it 1-0 in the match as they were pressing on against Hassenfield's defence. As Dunfast crossed into the box, there was a nice bicycle kick there from Mbappe, but gone wide for a goal kick. It was a bit of a shock for Ten Hag's team for Inter Taloga as Hassenfield Terriers got themselves a goal in the 14th minute of the matchup as Adam Pigman strikes it against Donnarumma to put Hassenfield Terriers in front as they gained 7 points out of the last 3 matches so far. And Ralph Rangnick's team's doing an incredible job in the Premierliga as an underdog. And can they get a result here today against Inter Taloga? And that was a beautiful goal from Pigman. And Inter Taloga pressed on against Hassenfield's defence as Anthony crossed the ball into the box there to Mbappe and then a shot, and they got themselves a goal back in the game as Inter Taloga are back in level terms as Hassenfield were actually leading by 1-0, but it was denied as Inter Taloga got back in level terms and make it 1-1. And then actually Inter Taloga with Anthony passed the ball there to Alessandro Martinez and almost scored, and it could have been 2-1, but it had gone wide for a goal kick. And then Inter Taloga made it 2-1 in the matchup as it was Anthony was 1v1 to the goalkeeper. No one there marking him. He could have been offside, but he wasn't as he was onside and strikes it home as an equalised to make it 2-1 here against Hassenfield Terriers, and that was a beautiful goal from him. But in the second half, Inter Taloga made it 3-1 in the matchup as Kylian Mbappe really outpaced the defender of Hassenfield and striked it in the top right corner of the goal to put Inter Taloga 3-1 up in the match. And the King equalises for Inter Taloga as Mbappe makes it 3-1. And then it was actually David Beckham really outpacing there the defender of Hassenfield. And then he took him out and got away a free kick into Taloga. And that was a reckless challenge. And David Beckham could be seriously hurt by the captain for Hassenfield, Chilenko, taking out David Beckham like that in a rusky challenge. And really, that was a real bad challenge there. He could have been sent off for that. He was booked by yellow for Savico. And a free kick came in there for Inter Taloga. Could have gone anywhere it could have gone, but it gone wide for a goal kick. But the match ended here at the Santo Park Stadium as it ended Inter Taloga 3, Hassenfield Terriers 1 in the match. In this big match here today, South Coast Rangers versus Padres Impact in the southern side of the country. As it was actually a chance there in the match, as it was South Coast Rangers got themselves in the lead in the match. In the game, as it was Lucas Perez scored to make it 1-0 at the South Camp Stadium in the 32nd minute of the match. And then it was actually Padres Impact had a shot but gone wide for a goal kick. And Padres Impact finally got back in level terms. There was Yuri Tillemans scored against South Coast Rangers. It was a beautiful strike actually against the goalkeeper Silisons, the keeper for South Coast Rangers, and strikes it against him to make Padres go level against South Coast. And that was a beautiful goal right there, I've got to say, as Lamar gave the ball to Tillemans and then strikes outside of the box to make it 1-1. But however, the goal scorer, Tillemans, actually fouled Thomas Oaksil to give away a free kick in the matchup, and the referee only warned Tillemans, as that was just a warning, no booking. And then Padres Impact made it 2-1 in the matchup, as Lamar gave the ball to Lacazette, and Lacazette was 1v1 to the goalkeeper and striked it in the top right corner of the goal. And that was beautifully set and done there for Alexandre Lacazette as he puts it in, as it was South Coast Rangers 1, Padres Impact 2. And the match ended by 2-1, all thanks to Tillemans and Lacazette here at the South Camp Stadium. And it was actually Goldfield Boys United almost scored in the 15th minute of the matchup, as it was a strike from Bale, but saved by the goalkeeper Bill Hilton to keep that one out. And it was actually Goldfield in the second half to try and score against Bill Hilton, the keeper for Sporting Sand Lake, and Hazard had a shot. Another save again from Bill Hilton to keep that one out again in the match. There was a corner there from Bale, the cross into the box. It was a header, but saved for Bill Hilton, but rebounded back to Tino Werner, and Goldfield got themselves in front in the matchup. And that was beautifully set and done there, as Tino Werner scores to make it 1-0 to Goldfield Boys United. And the two defenders at the back were very disappointed that goal went to the back of the net. They did very, very well to defend it very well, as the Sean Dyche team really tried to defend it and grind this game. But unfortunately, Goldfield got themselves a sneaky goal and a sneaky escape to get themselves in front in the matchup, as it is now 1-0 to Goldfield Boys United. Then Goldfield trying to press on to make it 2-0, as Tino Werner was high pressing against Bill Hilton. And then there was actually good defending there from Sebastian Pradell. And then Tino Werner again the shot, but it was saved by Bill Hilton for a corner. It was a high press there from Goldfield Boys United. Eden Hazard passed the ball to Gareth Bale, and Bale really outpaced the Sporting Sand Lakes defenders and passed it there to Hazard, but saved from a rebound from Bill Hilton. And that was beautifully set and done right there, I've got to say, as Hazard gave the ball there to Bale and then passed it back to Hazard, 1-2, sweaty, but he stopped that one from going to the back of the net. And a corner kick came in for Goldfield as Bale crossed it into the box. And then there was Tino Werner, but the ball was heading away, as Dyche's tactics are working in this match. And the game ended here at the Lakeside Stadium as a Sporting Sand Lake 0, Goldfield Boys United 1, and they got themselves to 3 points after the match. Iceberg Forest had a very good start to the match, as Deco for Iceberg gave the ball there to Scott Hodgson, and a shot but saved by Peter Schmeichel to keep that one out. And Iceberg got themselves a corner in the match and crossed into the box, but it was actually a header, but saved again from Schmeichel as Scott Hodgson tried to header into the back of the net to get themselves in the lead. And it was actually a higher press, it was there from Iceberg Forest, as Valencia in the second half gave the ball there to Scott Hodgson to make it 1-0 in the second half, but went wide for a goal kick. And that was a beautiful pass, I've got to say. Bit of passy, and Valencia gave the ball there to Hodgson, then striked it, but gone wide for a goal kick. Finally, there was a goal, but for Polksburg, unfortunately for Iceberg Forest, as they came short, as Polksburg got themselves in front, as it was actually Pele, again, like he did last week against Hassenfield Terriers, to get a draw out of that one, but got himself again a goal here this week, here at the Iceberg Stadium. And that was a great goal it was there from Pavon to give the ball there to Pele. his second goal straight consecutively like last week, and that was a beautiful goal from him. And Augsburg are want to get themselves their 3 points here of the season, their first 3 points of the season. They can do that here today against Iceberg. And Augsburg got themselves their first 3 points in this league campaign. Their first win of the season as it ended Iceberg Forest 0, Augsburg United 1. And it was actually České Blue Tigers gave the ball to Salah, passed it there to Luther Matthias and striked it, and a goal went into the back of the net as Luther Matthias, the German, equalises to make it 1-0 in the game. Then it was actually Cobham Town as Pele had the ball for Cobham, give the ball to Roger Wilson to pass there to Simon Mule, and then Mule had a challenge tackle there from Jack Terry as it was actually now a free kick there for Cobham. It was a free kick from outside of the box, and it was actually a header from Pau Torres, and the keeper was out of his goal, Mark Green, as it was actually Pau Torres had the ball and gave it there to Mo Salah, and all you have to do is hit it in to make it 2-0 to České, but unfortunately that could have gone in, but it went wide for a goal kick. It was inches wide he was, and the keeper was out of his goal, and Salah, all he had to do is hit it, and unfortunately that shot wasn't on target, and it's out for a goal kick. And then České trying to make it 2-0 in the matchup as Mo Salah had the chance to make it a goal, to make it 2-0, but gone wide for a goal kick. There was another chance there for Mo Salah to try and get a goal in the matchup as Sadio Mane gave the ball there to Mo Salah and shot, but gone wide for a goal kick in the match. And that is that at the match here today at the Kraft Stadium as it ended here, Cobham Town 0, České Blue Tigers 1, and that's 3 points for them in this match. And the official results for Matchday 6 of the Premierliga, as we have is Los Andreas 1, Los Andreas 1. Wernord 0, the Georgington Red Devils 1. Adders Gunners 2, Hashtag United 0. Red Bull Tomato 1, Grasshoppers 0. Parantos 2, Georgington City 0. Intertaloga 3, Hassenfield Terriers 1. South Coast Rangers 1, Padres Impact 2. Sporting Sand 0, Goldfield Boys United 1, Iceberg Forest 0, Augsburg United 1, and Cobham Town 0, České Blue Tigers 1. And the league table as it all stands going into the end of Matchday 6 here today, as the Georgington Red Devils are top of the league with 18 points and 6 wins in the league, as Addis are second with 16 points. In third we have his Padres with 15 points, and in fourth we have his České Blue Tigers with 15 points. And the Europa League positions, we have his Goldfield Boys United with 13 points. In 6th, we have his Intertaloga with 13 points. And climbing up the table is Red Bull Tomato with 11 points. In 8th, we have his Parantos with 10 points. And unfortunately, Georgington City have dropped down to 9th as they lost their first game of the season against Parantos, and they dropped to 9th with 9 points. And to end the top half of the table, we have his Wernord with 8 points. In the bottom half of the table, we have his Hassenfield Terriers with 8 points. In 12th, we have his South Coast Rangers with 7 points. In 13th, we have his Los Andreas with 6 points. In 14th, we have his Sporting Sand Lake with 5 points. And in 15th, we have his Augsburg United with 5 points. In 16th, we have his Grasshoppers United with 4 points. In 17th, we have his Cobham Town with 2 points. And in 18th, in the relegation playoffs, unfortunately, Nuno could be on the verge of getting the sack, as they are in 18th with 2 points. And in the automatic relegation places, we have his Iceberg Forest in 1 point and Hashtag United with 0 points. And that is that to wrap up the Premierliga table. And the official fixtures for next game of Matchday 7 we have is the Red Devils versus Addis and Chesco versus Red Bull Tomato. And the game highlights we have is Hashtag United versus Inter Taloga, Grasshoppers versus Covenham Town, Georgia Intercity versus Warenord, Padres Impact versus Parantos, and Los Andrades versus South Coast Rangers, and Goldfield Boys United versus Portsburg United, and also Iceberg Forest versus Sporting Sand Lake, and Hassenfield Terriers versus Los Andrades Pompey. And that's all we have time for here today of Premier League action for Matchday 6. We'll be back for Matchday 7 next week. But until then, goodbye for now.